Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones, and welcome to another episode of All the Mods 9, and my most dreaded project. Yes, the stupid train network. For demonstration purposes, we're just going to use a steam locomotive from Little Logistics, and in the footage that I'm going to speed up, I'm going to explain to you what it does and how much it costs. The railroad is 1536 blocks long. It connects our main village to our GregTech base, to the meteor tower, and also the site of our new chemical plant. It required 3072 tracks, 3072 gravel, and over 25,000 pieces of stone. And despite all the resources that I have spent, it's still garbage. It does require details, it does require some logic, but at least the infrastructure is done. But before I can actually move on to the train network, there are a few urgent issues that I have to address. We do have a slight issue at our ore processing plant, and that is I don't really know how to lock the output hatches. And I even asked a few episodes ago. Nobody recommended anything. So my assumption is that it's not going to be locked, and my main problem is with this chemical reactor. Hydrogen sulfide has to come to the bottom, but sometimes it comes up here and goes to the cracker. We don't have any more pipes, all we have are a few entangled blocks with some filters, so that it knows where to send each and every fluid. And now the system is working fine, but there are a few issues. The cracker is insane voltage, but it's incredibly slow. So I don't know, maybe we have to change it to LUV. Another thing is, the pyrolyze oven is also very slow, so we might have to change the coils. Yeah, the coils for the pyrolyze oven are going to increase the speed. I do keep forgetting that this is GregTech, and when you touch something in a production line, you have to touch every single thing. The cracker is upgraded, the distillation towers are upgraded, those distillation towers are upgraded, and the pyrolyze oven. And yes, even the energy hatches. Which does worry me about the power. We're not losing anything. Although we're losing oak. We had 2 million. Because this guy burns 16 oak every 16 ticks. It's like 1 oak per tick, and I don't really know how to fix that. Yeah, I could not sustain 1 oak per tick, so I reverted back the coils to tungsten. It's 1 level lower, so it's processing everything, I think, in around 1 second, yeah. But I just remembered, we are producing a crazy amount of oak, and all of that oak means that we're getting a ton of sludge. And well, in addition to sludge being incredibly beautiful because it's purple, it also gives you dirt and sand, and also clay, so let us pay a very small visit to our oak farm. I don't know where it was. Let us hope that we don't actually crash. I think there is a high chance that there are going to be a bajillion saplings on the ground. Ah yes, I finally found it. Oh my goodness, that's not amazing. I don't actually have that many ideas, but I think the one that I have should work. I do have a vacuumulator down here from thermal expansion with a few radial enhancement upgrades. It does collect everything up to 1 block away from the trees, so I think we should be fine. But I'm also putting the sludge into a dimensional tank, and we can go back home. I removed 1 layer of dirt, and in return I added 5 more lily pads of fertility. And one of the reasons that we're getting garbage over here is because we get tall oak trees, which is not good. So I thought maybe I should make a roof and stop them from growing, but the rates are now incredibly garbage. I mean, actually, by adding the lily pads of fertility, it's growing way faster. And we were getting wood, very slowly. I mean, we were gaining wood. Also, I made 3 sludge boilers, and I think that was a very stupid idea, because not all of them can work at this. They do work at the same time. Interesting. Well, let us import everything, I guess. Alright guys, it has been a few hours later, and I have been AFK because I was taking a nap. We made the sludge boilers in the nick of time, because we were out of clay, and therefore, dirt production literally stopped. How is that related? Good question. We make dirt by infusing sand with potatoes. We're using organic and bloody potatoes, as well as simulated potatoes. And they do require a prediction matrix, which does require clay. And just in case you're wondering, this is the rate that I'm consuming prediction matrices. That's quite a bit. So thankfully our supply of clay has been replenished and we can produce dirt. But did you know something very important? I always change my mind. I did mention that production of dirt is not very urgent, but now there is a bit of an urgency to it because I need these simulation chambers for gunpowder. Honestly speaking, there is no way in this universe that I would be able to produce more dirt, but we can mine more. Hence, I would like to welcome you to the mining dimension. And don't ask me why what happened over there. I don't know, it arbitrarily decided to skip that part. So here's what we're going to do. Our quarry is giving us dirt, but it's also giving us millions of cobblestone, deep slate, netherrack, and endstone. What we want is this layer over here. Oh, and by the way, the map shows you that the hole is this big, but I think the rest of it is not rendered. Yeah, you see, it's going further back. Is it done? No, it's not done. Yeah, you can actually see the nether bricks down there. Not the bricks, netherrack. You know, I really should infuse the infuser so that it infuses stuff faster. Why are you so garbage? Everything is garbage. Well, we can use our time a bit productively. We need to have a very stupid little platform, you know, for the new builder. I think it's, yeah, 96% is fine. So we select the builder. This is going to be our first corner, and 20 chunks away is going to be our second corner. It's not going to be much. I think it's going to give me around 700,000 dirt. But just in case you're wondering, there are plenty of dirt. Don't you worry. It's a long journey back. So here's your shaped cart. Just in case you need a lot of power, 2 gates. And we need a different channel. So channel number 2. What is that? Something went in. And it's gravel. I'm confused about my channels, I guess. I have so many channels that I keep forgetting. We go with 80. Hopefully it's going to remain empty. You start digging, we're getting dirt. That's a decent rate. And instead of sending that dirt into our system, we're just gonna send it into the crafter. And just in case, maybe you should be on fast. We're gonna get a lot of dirt. Are we good? Oh, you don't have an upgrade. You do have an upgrade. Is it so fast that it's invisible to the naked eye? Or maybe I need a better upgrade. Okay, that's bad. Now I have to filter everything. I mean, technically speaking, in like 2 episodes, we would have already gotten the dirt, but I'm in a hurry now. Because you see, we have 8 of the 6 times compressed. And we're getting the 9th. The issue is that I have to switch the supply of potatoes, so that is going to give me 2.8 million dirt. When this reaches 15, we're good to go. I do say that when it reaches 15, we're good to go. The problem is that it already finished. The maximum range on the quarry should be 512 blocks. That should be half a stack of chunks. Because actually the other side wasn't the maximum range. The quarry is getting dirt, and I have also realized there is a recipe for potatoes. And yes, I have made 100,000 sticks. That means I can order 200,000 more potatoes. And you should remember, 200,000 potatoes is 1 million dirt. Yeah, our total supply of potatoes is 825,000. So that's gonna give me 4,125,000 dirt. I think we're good. We can turn it off. So the thing is, we actually want to be able to replace the zombies with creepers for gunpowder. And I have been under the impression that we have enough creeper drops. Output buffers are occupied. What? Oh, well, it took ages, but we have it. Catalyzing gland. I need to farm creepers, and it's good to have some protection. So voila, the creeper charm from Rayleigh Quarry. So if I place you down, you're going to be fine. Don't touch him. Now I have to link every single one. It's gonna take ages. Well, I have 7 deep learners. All of them are full. So I guess the only thing remaining is to just spawn them. We do have a spawner down here. I can use that one. Yeah, this is easier. If I'm not wrong, yeah. They're all basic. All of them are now superior, and we can switch them with the zombies. I think I have also made extra data models. Although it's much better to be safe than sorry. I have switched all of the data models, and yes, you might notice that some of them fail because they're not as good as the zombies. They're just superior and they have to upgrade, but it's fine because we're not in a hurry. If I'm not wrong, all the gunpowder should come into this dimensional chest. Perfect. And they shall be ready to be processed. However, you might be asking yourselves, Lash, why the hell do you need gunpowder? It's difficult to find it in F5, yes, that's the wireless. The reason for that is I'm out of sulfur. I have made a decision that we are going to have a massive nuclear reactor, a max-size turbine, and we're going to generate 50 million RF. The reactor is going to require fissile fuel, and fissile fuel needs sulfur. And I need millions. This is why we had to change everything. I'm hoping that if everything works according to plan, we're going to burn around 1 bucket of fissile fuel per tick, or so. And this is why earlier in the episode I did mention that we're going to have a new site for our chemical plant, with train connection. Everything that we have in the space station cannot even handle 256 millibuckets of fissile fuel, you know, per tick. So everything that we have, we're going to increase it by 10 folds. For example, oxygen and hydrogen. We have 10 of them. Or I don't know, a bit of hydrogen chloride, so that we can convert all of those gunpowders into sulfur. And yes, we have a problem. I thought 2 thermal distillation towers are going to be enough, but no, they're garbage. Each one of them can process 1 bucket of brine, the fluid, and not the person, every tick, which is not great. Maybe we're going to make 2 more. Also, I'm not really sure, but can we cheat a bit? You know, using the same resistive heater. We will see. Let's make 1. Yeah, it does seem that we can. That is going to be a crazy amount of brine. The fluid, and not the person. But now, is it a crazy amount? Oh, and by the way, with 4 thermal evaporation towers which are maxed out, you just need 2 electrolytic separators. That's it. They can handle everything. Maybe you can also get away by having 1. No, 1 is not enough. This supply of chlorine is not enough. Okay, what if we remove 2 of the machines? Well, it's better. They also have the gas upgrade, so they do consume less hydrogen chloride. If I remove 1 more, everything is going to be fine, but then it's going to be unsymmetrical. So we just remove some speed upgrades from here. Now it should balance out. And yeah, you might notice that we're getting a crazy amount of sulfur. That's what I wanted. Remember that we are doing all of this in order to make fissile fuel incredibly fast. This is not a very bad setup. We have 90,000 sulfur, which is great. I was not expecting that. But there are other methods of obtaining sulfur as well, and that is with a PRC. Let's get 4 of them. Well, actually, that one is 5. Let's get 5. The thing is, I also need sulfur in order to make other things, so yeah, we need a lot. The recipe in the pressurized reaction chamber is not that great because you're going to need a block of charcoal or coal. So we do have a decent supply of coal, but we have a far better way of getting charcoal, using the pyrolyze oven. Every second it's going to give us 16 charcoal. I think we just have to make it into a block, and this is sulfur. It's a crazy number. Oh, it gives you 20. It's 1 per tick. What? Uh-oh. Well, first things first, let us get a stupid drawer. Come on. Actually, for the first time in my life, let us get a compacting drawer. We put you here, nothing happens. Don't you auto-output? I don't know, maybe it needs like 1 charcoal? Yeah, I'm just extracting the blocks of charcoal into a dimensional chest, and yes, you do need to lock it. It does need to have 1 item inside or be locked in order for the output bus to work. PRCs are the worst machine to work with. They need so many sides. I mean, we need to provide it with water, we need to provide it with oxygen, and we need to provide it with charcoal. We need to extract hydrogen and also the sulfur. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, this is our sulfur generation setup. It's a bit of an overkill, and we have 150,000 sulfur. Oh my goodness. And everything seems to be keeping up. We have enough gunpowder and we have enough charcoal blocks. However, this is not just for sulfur. There are a few byproducts that we can use. For example, we are getting sodium, which is going to be used for the reactor, maybe. But for our immediate needs, we're also getting hydrogen chloride, a bit extra, which means that if I make more sulfuric acid, which is the goal, I can quintuple uranium. Is it quintupling? 3 gives you 2 buckets. That gives you 10 crystals. No, it's not quintupling. Okay, but it's a better ratio, so let's get sulfuric acid. This is not going to be very scientific or incredibly accurate, but I think each chemical oxidizer is going to give you 100 millibuckets of sulfur dioxide. The chemical infuser who's going to process that can handle 256 millibuckets. So it's a ratio of 2.5 to 1. If I want to have 5 chemical infusers to make me sulfuric acid, then I guess I'm going to need around 14. So 7 on each side. Also, even though we're mass producing, we want them to be symmetrical and mirroring each other. So that is our system for production of sulfur dioxide. It's 14 chemical oxidizers, and this seems to be a decent rate. But is it decent? I don't really know. I guess let us make it an even 20. Yeah, I would say this is a much more decent rate for sulfur dioxide. And the best part is we're actually keeping up with the sulfur. Yeah, we have 210,000. I have finished up the production of sulfuric acid, and we have a problem. I have 20 chemical oxidizers which are making us sulfur dioxide. I have 5 chemical infusers which are making us sulfur trioxide. And I have 5 more chemical infusers which are making us sulfuric acid. The rate is amazing, right? It's actually good. The problem is sulfur trioxide is not keeping up. It's dropping like crazy. That is because we're not getting enough sulfur dioxide. So do I need more chemical oxidizers? It's getting a bit stupid. I'm not even sure then we would be able to keep up with the sulfur. Oh boy, let's order like, I don't know, 10 more? See how it goes? Well, with 10 more it's not amazing, but we have another problem. I'm losing sulfur. A lot. I just lost 2000. I can't really do anything about hydrogen chloride, but maybe we can make these machines go a bit faster. There is a new mod called IndustrialForegoing Souls. It's supposed to speed up machines. There are so many things that I have to think of, I forgot the name of the thing that I need. Yes, stasis chamber. I guess let's go and get a warden. Oh, there is a warden. Where are you? Hello. Come with me. I need another one. You know, just in case I make boo-boo and the first one dies. So first off, we need to do some measurements. What tall are you? Okay, never thought I have to see how tall a warden is, but yeah, 3 blocks. That means if we have a nitro energy cell, put our stasis chamber on top. Yes, we're going to be affected. And put the warden on top, we should be fine. You're not gonna move? Yeah, we're good. I want him to face the other way. Now, how can you move? I added some add-ons and I don't think it's going to cause us any problems. We just need to put the drill on his head. This is a new mod and this is my first time, so let's see how it actually works. I think it's the same concept as ether gas, so we need to have some drills. And if we provide them with power... Yeah, it's slowly progressing, okay. We know what to do. But I think it also requires... Oh, a lens. Yes, a bit of a confusing system, but we do have the blue lens and we're getting souls. Thankfully, I have already automated the production of echo shards, so we should not have any problems with that. Shut up. It's not that painful. I'm just drilling your head. But in any case, the first question is, can we entangle it? I think we should, yes. There is a soul pipe, which I think should extract the souls. And then there is another thing called soul surge. I think that should go on top of the machines. How do you connect it? Well, this is not really a problem, it's mainly my problem. You cannot use entangled blocks in order to entangle any part of this system. You can't do it with the pipes, you can't do it with the surge, you can't do it with the machine, you can't do it with the drill. I don't want to be lucky. Come on. I forgot to chunk load our rituals, so yeah, I have to sleep. Anyways, this is going to screw up my symmetry, so we have to move down the pressure chambers by 1 block. Oh, I have a gate. I can put it on these. Believe it or not, that has actually made a huge impact. And I mean really huge. You know, for symmetry purposes, we can just put it there. Yeah, I have plenty of janky wiring. We don't need to have more. And yeah, we were losing souls, so I had to put a few upgrades in. Okay, we're good. But yeah, the difference is amazing. And we are back to 210,000 sulfur. Oh, that's because these guys are not working, right? No, they're working. Also, I just wanted to mention that the warden is loud. Suffer in silence. Why are you dying? Maybe we shouldn't extract that much of his soul. A bit less? I honestly thought you were supposed to keep him alive. I removed quite a bit of upgrades and yeah, he's gaining health again. Okay, but we are also gaining souls, so we're good. Everybody wins. I like that. I wanted to add a few more chemical oxidizers in order to get more sulfur dioxide, but the problem is that we're running out of sulfur. Well, actually we're not running out of sulfur, we're running out of charcoal. Yeah, that's another rabbit hole which I don't really want to get into because we need more wood and that's not gonna happen. But I have just realized I made a teeny tiny boo-boo. We're doing this for fissile fuel. Fissile fuel is a combination of uranium oxide as well as hydrofluoric acid, correct? The ratio of converting sulfuric acid to hydrofluoric acid is 1:10. So this system that we have over here is already incredibly fast. And it should cover a ton of fissile fuel. So we don't need to improve it anymore. We're good with that one. Although this building is going to be tall, so maybe we should put the electrolyzers on top of the warden? Why not? It's actually very easy. A bit of a problem. I just noticed we're lagging. And I think it's the pipes. I mean, I don't really think it's the pipes. It is the pipes. What if we switch the upgrade? We shall profile it again. If that is the case, pipes are really bad. Really bad. Okay, at least it's a teeny tiny bit better. Am I lagging? Yeah. Hey, you. Don't cause lag. I don't really know what was up with the pipes, but I turned off the other connections because from this ender chest, we're just extracting items, right? And now we're not lagging. Another thing which is very laggy is actually power. I didn't know that. Yeah, you see? This is power. That orange thingy down there is also power, and I don't remember what that is. But whatever it is, it's gone. We don't care. We're going to leave this place for a moment because we need to do some sorting. I want to start processing some uranium and we are getting it from like a bajillion sources, so we have to filter all of them out. Yes, one of them is over here, you know, at the Morid miners. One of them should be from the quarry in the mining dimension, and I think the final one should be from the drills. Yes, exactly. Now, since I'm getting extremely confused with the number of ender chests that I have, we're going to use the QIO network. We do have a decent supply of polonium, so let's get a portable thingy, the drive, and I guess instead of having the basic drive, we're going to go with the time-dilating QIO drive. It does give you a decent storage, and besides, we don't have antimatter, we can't go higher. Also a pattern for importers and exporters. Just shift-click them in. Where did they go? Yeah, we do have our brand new network. I'm running out of ideas, we just call it QIO. And we do have 2 drives, that's 2 million items. So over at the Morid miners, we're actually fortuning the uranium, so we don't mind that. So if I can make an ME storage bus, I think we should be good. I do have a few hundred processors, but we're not automating anything from A2. So yeah, we want the storage bus to put everything inside this barrel, and we want to import it into our QIO network. And I think the importers do require some speed upgrades. Yeah, to be honest with you, our production of uranium is garbage. We have 175. Well, we do have 2 laser drills and we don't need that much resources. So maybe we're going to change one of them? Yeah, we're getting more uranium and way more emerald. But that's fine. Also, there is a high chance that you're going to extract the lens. So don't do that. Yeah, much better. At the site of our chemical plant, we are going to have a few more automations for the fusion reactor, so I don't have that much space. We're going to do ore quintupling down here. Well, it's not ore quintupling anymore. I don't know what it's called. Basically, we need a QIO exporter. Oh, that made a huge difference. We have 700 ores. I like that. We're going to have a quantum entangloporter for sulfuric acid, so export it to the dissolution chamber. Perfect. Then we need to have a chemical washer, obviously. I have a wasabi root. This one does require water, and I'm scared to use pipes now. We use a mechanical pipe. Hopefully it's a bit more optimized. But yeah, we're getting clean uranium slurry. This is our first crystallizer. I have all of them on auto crafting. That is going to convert it into uranium crystals. And if you right click, it doesn't show you anything. Okay. JEI is weird in this version. One more chemical injection chamber. And this one does require hydrogen chloride, so there you go. Output to the top. Thank you. Also, you auto output. Thank you. That gives us uranium shards. And not to bore you to death, we have the injecting factory, purifying, crushing, enriching, and smelting. However, there's a bit of a problem, which I always do. The crystallizer is so slow. Look, either we need like 10 of them, or maybe we can speed it up using souls. Honestly speaking, I have no idea how effective this is going to be. So let us have one more soul surge, and here is the pipe. Are you faster? Holy. Okay, I'm actually okay with this. Did you know that you can have 2 surges and this guy can go super crazy? Yeah, super crazy. As usual, before we wrap up today's episode, it's time for the graveyard. There has been a few requests and I had to extend the graveyard a bit. And yes, there's a heart. Oh, and my dearest guardian, that's how you died. You tried to kill the Drigme and you drowned. Again. Anyway, somebody asked for confirmation of his grave, which is over here, and he also asked for something purple. So a purple candle, which I broke, and I guess some lavenders for all of you. Also, maybe next episode or the next one, we're going to have a bigger project over here, so I'm going to have more guardians. For a crypt. To someone very dear to me. I think nighttime is the best time to bury people. Doesn't look creepy at all. With all the flowers. The first person is going to be Baron Jambal. Welcome to the club. Duke Matka requested to be buried with a block of tungsten. This is very expensive. Hope you enjoy it. For some very weird reason, Nadav wanted to be buried next to Abe. I don't ask questions. It's actually very difficult to read the graves at night. Yes, Rainbow wanted an ore washer from GregTech. And I have just realized I have purchased some Spanish moss. How does it look? Nice. And Crimson Blade wanted some blood. Where is he? Yes. And Riri wanted to be next to the river, so I'm assuming here? It's actually not a river, it's a lake. For a second I thought I'm going to have a duplicate grave, but no, this is Derper the Pro, and this person is Hero the Pro. Hello Prince Thomas. I'll fix you, don't you worry. Basically, Hero the Pro wanted a crystallizer. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to place down machines, but there you go. Also, I keep killing bees, and they keep spawning. Welcome to Venus. New State Gaming wanted a grave in space. Oh, we found a dungeon. Finally. Anyways, he wanted a grave in space, but I think for that, you need to die in space. So have fun. I think you're having fun. New State gameplay shall be remembered in my office. He was very brave. And I guess Mr. Hudson wanted to be buried next to the tower. So, yeah. I think he's gonna enjoy this. Yes. Oh, and by the way, next episode we absolutely have to fix this. Somebody suggested something very important that I'm actually going to automate this. For Inferium at least. By the way, are you dead? Alive? I think he's dead. Just wanted to make sure. I have done every single grave that was requested until episode 16. And yes, the Guardians and some special requests are going to be in the crypt. If I have missed you until episode 16, please let me know. Other than that, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.